There is a hip muscle that is often overlooked, leaving practitioners scratching their heads when it comes to hip pain. This muscle is called the Tensor Fascia Lata. It's a muscle that's located on the front of the hip. It attaches into the IT band, which provides stability around the hip joint and supports with hip flexion, abduction, taking it away from the body, and turning into inward rotation of the hip. That means the knee comes in and the foot goes out. What happens when it's not functioning properly? Well, when the TFL is tight, blood flow and oxygen is inhibited to the area, which causes points within the muscle belly to be over firing. If this is happening at an area when a nerve is passing through, it can refer to other areas, referring pain that wraps around from the groin to the buttocks and can even affect the SI joint. When this goes on too long, it can disrupt the normal synergistic movements of all of the muscles around the hip joint. The result is diminished stride length, imbalanced pull between the tendons surrounding the hips, and eventual pain that inhibits function. We need this amazing mechanism of the ball and socket joint that provides the body with all kinds of movement that we rely on to run, walk, squat, leap. Even simple things like just going from a sit to stand can become imbalanced in our movements. In this video, we will explore some of the how TFL becomes so tight and solutions the Lomi Lomi Hawaiian massage can offer through advanced therapeutic techniques. We also want to share some self-massage techniques in this video, so make sure you watch to the very end to see how you can work on this at home on your own, or how you can teach your clients to do the same with the support of some of our la'o, our plants from nature, our nature friends, to release and relieve this very important area. I'm Kumu Jeana Iwalani Naluai. I'm here at Ho'omana Spa on the island of Maui. I gather here with healers, body workers, anyone who loves to learn about Hawaiian teachings of Lomi Lomi, Ho'oponopono, and of course, living in the Aloha spirit. Let me know in the comments below where it is that you're tuning in from, so I know just how far these arms of aloha are spreading around the globe. Now, how does the TFL get so tight? It can happen from sleeping posture. It can happen from long periods of sitting at our desks or long commutes driving in our cars. This overshortens the psoas and iliacus muscle, who primarily are responsible for flexion of the hip. When these two muscles remain shortened over time, the quadriceps muscle on the front of the thigh, which is rectus femoris, goes underused. It begins to weaken. This leaves the TFL vulnerable to carry additional tension. Aside from stretching the TFL and strengthening the quads, our Hawaiian healing teachings of Lomi Lomi have a lot to offer as far as helping to release tension in this area. Number one, the first thing you want to do is stretch lunge with adduction and internal rotation. What you want to do to stretch this muscle is you want to lengthen that hip flexor by coming into a lunge. Then take your toe and you want to turn it inward. Turn your foot all the way in. You almost will feel like you're resting on the outside of the foot. Then you're going to lunge forward and reach your arm up and over. You want to hold it 5 to 10 seconds, and you want to do that 3 times. Number 2, drop off the ASIS compression traction into TFL. So you're not coming from right on top, you're coming from the outside in. Find the bone of the ASIS, drop off the bone, sink in so that you can grab the tendon. Get long in the body. When I say get long in the body, once you sink in, you have your point, you're just gonna stick your hips back And I'm in a nice, long, wide lunge. And sink in. Compressions towards the table. Only going one way. And light, deep, deeper. And release. Number 3, self-massage TFL. What I have with me is a stick. Awesome for working on many different areas. But this stick I want to use to work on my TFL. So the Tensor Fascia Lata comes right off of the ASIS, which is the anterior superior iliac spine. It's the front side of the pelvic bone here. And if you just drop right off and just lateral, you'll be sitting on the Tensor Fascia Lata attachment. So we're just going to call it TFL. It's much easier to say. Sometimes Tensor Fascia Lata can be a little bit of a tongue twister. I'm going to turn just so you can see where I'm working. So I have this stick, and what I'm going to do is use it to work on the attachment. Remember that the attachment has very few to no pain receptors, and I'm able to affect the receptor we call the Golgi tendon organ, or the GTO, to release the muscle belly by communicating with the muscle spindles. So we're going to do that now, so that what we get is a simulated contraction followed by a period of relaxation of the muscle belly of the TFL. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to drop right off that ASIS, I'm going to sink in with my body weight and pressure, and then I'm going to lean forward. That's going to allow me to sink in even deeper. Then I'm going to lean back, and as I lean back, I allow a little bit of traction by taking the stick and moving it towards the knee. If you can manage the tension in the TFL, you will not only feel relief from painful symptoms, you will be able to help your guests, your clients. You can empower them by teaching them to help themselves to avoid some of the long-term effects of TFL dysfunction. And that's what Ho'omana is all about. After all, it does mean to empower. Empower life force, empower someone. So I hope this was helpful to you. If so, comment helpful in the comments below. Please feel free to ask any questions. I love to read each and every one of your comments. They dictate what we share here, and I want to know what it is that you need support with. If you want to learn more techniques and teachings just like this one, join us for one of our live retreats right here on Maui. I would love to welcome you here to learn gentle and effective Lomi Lomi techniques in one of our Lomi retreats. Write Lomi in the comments below, and we will get you everything you need to join us right here at Ho'omana. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Mahalo for tuning in. And until next time, aloha and ahui ho.